Islam Makhachev, the UFC undisputed lightweight champion of the world.
Volkanovski standing right here. Is there anything you want to say to the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world?
The lightweight on the line, pound-for-pound number one on the line. Let's do it.
Let's go back a little bit.
Fighting out of Windang, New South Wales, Australia.
Sydney's own Alex Volkanovski. It was a long road for you to the UFC. Now here you are on the verge of becoming a champion.
You've been on quite the journey to sort of get this fight finally booked in and locked in. How's it feel to finally have this title shot announced for December against Max Holloway?
Holloway has not lost at 145 pounds since he was beaten on points by Conor McGregor. That was over 6 years ago. Of course, on the other side, you got Volkanovski, who's looked unbeatable. He's 20-1, 7-0 in the UFC, wins over Mendes and Aldo, 17 straight overall.
Nothing but respect. He's a great champion, but I've got to do my thing December 14th. I think the blessed era ends, and you know what I mean? It's my time.
They have studied Max Holloway's game very well.
Alexander Volkanovski fought a fantastic fight. He followed the game plan. He fought smart. I mean, he deserved to get his hand raised tonight.
The Volkanovski era is officially underway.
That guy, Alexander Volkanovski, he's going to fight Max Holloway again.
I think you give him the opportunity to make some adjustments and to come back and try and beat this guy.
As Dana just said, there might be a rematch, and he does deserve it. And, that'll make for a big fight. I'll be ready for it.
Alexander, the Great.
UFC 251, Alex Volkanovski, the featherweight champ who defends his belt for the first time against Max Holloway.
This is a fight that I want.
Now he's the champ. It's the era of Alexander Volkanovski.
People quickly forget what I've done. I took out 3 of the greats back-to-back, beat them at their own games. I think this is the biggest fight for me. I've got something to prove.
Alexander Volkanovski, who has won 18 in a row, going up against Max Holloway.
It was a close fight, first 2 rounds. He ended up, obviously getting the knockdowns, and I had to dig deep, show what champions are made of, and I turned it around.
These guys have fought twice now, 10 rounds, a total of 6 judges, and 5 of them say Volkanovski won. I saw something different.
I done what I had to do. I've got my eye on these contenders, whoever it is, whoever's next.
He's got a hungry Brian Ortega coming his way.
Brian Ortega and Alexander Volkanovski had one of the craziest title fights I've ever seen in my life. It was wild. Ortega almost won twice with 2 insane submissions. And that crazy motherfucker from Australia got out.
You're a Terminator, Alexander Volkanovski.
All them doubters. I'm going to keep proving you wrong time and time again. Bring it.
I think the rest of the world got a bit of a wake-up call. He is an incredibly special fighter, and it's going to take a special fighter on a special night to beat him.
I know I'm better than these fighters, but hey, I'm just going to keep telling myself, you need to do more, you need to do more. That underdog mentality, what I'm doing is not enough, we're going to do more.
He is the champion chasing the contenders. Kind of like a king on conquest, like a king trying to take over everybody's land before they come to him first. It's very ironic that they call him Alexander the Great.
Still the best featherweight in the world, Alexander the Great.
I know you said coming into this, you feel like the UFC will probably look to book Holloway again. Is that the fight that you most want?
He kind of knows that I got to get that monkey off my back, that thorn in my side that Max Holloway's been.
Volkanovski Holloway 3 as soon as July 2nd. Volkanovski's just coming off the best version of him we've ever seen against the Korean Zombie, where he just took it to another level. How about this turnaround for the champ, dude?
You lose to the same guy 3 times. That's always a tough thing.
Saturday night, it ends for you.
Saturday night, we get to find out. Saturday night, we get to find out.
2-0, baby.
Saturday night,
remember that.
2-0. Let's go.
Walking out of that arena on Fight Island 2 years ago at UFC 251, we were all expectant that these two would engage again. The moment is upon us.
We saw an absolute masterclass of a performance from Alexander Volkanovski. It was a domination. It was 5 rounds of Alexander Volkanovski showing the dominance that he has, the brilliance that he has, and basically just showing that he's a superior fighter. He left no doubt.
Where do you put him next that feels like an elevation? that feels as though it's a bigger moment.
I'd love to move up, get that double champ status, and if I get both belts, I'll keep them both busy. Let's go.
The great Alexander Volkanovski, ladies and gentlemen.
Islam Makhachev, that dude is on another level. He's the fucking truth.
I just feel like just his pedigree of where he's from, it's nothing that's gonna break that guy.
Dagestan, this is not like a regular city, not like Abu Dhabi or Dubai. You have some problem always. I'm not come from a rich family, you know. I always training hard because I know my parents working hard for me. You know, I training all my life because my coach Abdulmanap always told me, Khabib always told me, you're gonna be champion, just do your job, you know.
Khabib has done such a good job of bringing him up, mentoring him, and is sort of like his protege, if you will.
From the small Persi village in Dagestan to the brink of UFC superstardom, enter Islam Makhachev.
Islam Makhachev has all the skills. His ability all across every area in mixed martial arts is second to none.
Well, Khabib's obviously been a big influence in your career as a friend and a training partner, as a brother.
He's not Khabib, but there's a lot of Khabib systematic dominance built inside of Islam Makhachev.
A lot of people talk about Islam being the new coming of Khabib. They have very similar styles. They come from the same area of Dagestan. They've trained together their entire life.
A lot of people think you're the greatest ever. Can Islam actually be better than you?
Islam is very good right now. Who is Islam Makhachev? Not only like Khabib sparring partner or Khabib brother. He have to be by own like Islam Makhachev, best in the world.
Your entire career was always father's plan.
He told me, when you finish, you're gonna go. But Islam have to come.
Today, I wanna say, it was my last fight.
He retired, and now it is his turn. That has been the plan all along, to go out there after Khabib is gone and take over.
With Khabib retired, this moves you into an amazing place.
Hey guys, you can run, but you can hide.
Who's more complete fighter than Islam? Nobody even touched him last couple of years. I feel Islam is the best lightweight in the world.
This is a guy who's been wrestling, fighting a very long time. The way that he's been brought up in the game, the people that he surrounds himself with, the skills that he's accrued over time is what's giving him that confidence. He hit that point where he started believing in his skills. He started believing in what all the other people around him believed, was that he's the best 155-pounder in the world.
We have been told for years that this was the star pupil of Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, his favorite student.
First, who believed me, this is my coach. I lost him, but he always told me, hey, one day you're gonna be champion. You have to train.
I would love to be the first one to get out there and make him look human. People can say whatever they're gonna say, like, oh, this guy's unbeatable, this guy's untouchable. They all bleed, they all get tired. To me, he's just another body.
Dude, the guy just beat Dan Hooker, and I'm not sure he broke a sweat doing it.
This guy is so ready to find out how great he could be. It's alarming. It's scary.
That is 10 wins in a row, 4 stoppages in a row. I need title fight. I'm ready. I am here.
Islam have to fight for the title versus Charles Oliveira. Let them fight. Best versus best.
I'm coming. I'm here.
It has finally been announced. Charles Oliveira vs. Islam Makhachev is happening on October 22nd for UFC 280. This may be a legendary event. Both guys at the prime of their careers, the best of their abilities at the absolute top.
As you prepare for Charles Oliveira and you go back and look at him beat Michael Chandler, beat Dustin Poirier, beating Justin Gaethje.
Dustin Poirier or Justin Gaethje, they never grappling, just striking. That's why this is easy fight for him, but he know Islam Makhachev, very hard fight for me. This is my goal, finishing in the ground, because I have to show my grappling level.
I wanna give this belt. Him and his father make me. I know, brother, all life was trained together. He's a pound for pound #1 fighter in right now. Now is our plan, fight in pound for pound king backyard with Volkanovski.
It looks like UFC Perth in February will have a genuine super fight between UFC Featherweight champion Alex the Great Volkanovski and the new UFC Lightweight champion Islam Makhachev.
I had asked you when we spoke at the beginning of the week about going into the cage to face off the winner.
I didn't see this short guy, bring him here.
Get Volkanovski in here.
Can you fathom what this moment could be like in February, you know, fighting in front of that home crowd, what you've been wanting to do for so long and becoming champ, like this is the stuff of legends.
I respect him, he's a great champion, but I am different level. When I step inside the cage, everybody understands.
I love being the underdog and I love proving people wrong, and if people are going to doubt me again, that's beautiful.
There is levels always. There is fighters, there is champion, there is elite. Islam is elite.
I mean, this guy is a tank.
You don't know until you know.
Man, everybody knows.
I'm a bad match for everyone and I'm ready.
Trust me, I'm going to be in great condition and I'm getting that belt, man. Champ, here we come.
Volkanovski's as good a fighter as you're going to find. He is tough. He is fast. He has got good takedown defense. He does not quit. He will not give in.
The stakes are high. Islam is going to put up a world championship that he just won. But Volkanovski is going to put up a #1 pound for pound ranking.
Who UFC put in front of me, I'm gonna smash all these people. This guy is so small. I'm gonna stop this guy.
I'm strong, man. Like, again, people are going to sit there and say size this, size that. And trust me, anyone that trains with me knows that, you know, strength is never a problem for me.
I'm gonna take him down, hold him, make him tired, bring him to deep ocean and finish him there.
Trust me, I am one hard man to hold down.
Bring it on.
Volkanovski's going to be chasing history here. Islam is trying to quickly build a legacy of his own.
He cannot get a better fight than Volkanovski, and he could literally go from beating Charles Oliveira to becoming the pound-for-pound king in 2 fights.
He is human, and Alex Volkanovski is the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world for a reason.
Volkanovski is saying he's going to have a much harder time taking me down than he thinks, and on the feet, I'm much better than him.
This is a super fight. Champion versus champion.
Islam Makhachev delivers.
It's just a crazy display of dominance.
Alexander the Great Volkanovski.
I'm on another level right now. I can't be stopped. Volkanovski versus Makhachev.
Both world champions. This is as good as it gets.
UFC 284, Makhachev versus Volkanovski, going down in Perth, Australia, to discover once and for all who truly is the pound-for-pound #1 fighter on the planet.